They Were Here Before by Corinne Samuels, Chapter 13. Shani. Before the barbecue, or braai, as Nathan calls it, I have really had to practice calling him Nathan, so that I don't accidentally call him Lion again. I did once, and to his credit, he looked at me in that mischievous way of his, and then we both burst out laughing. It was hilarious. But, anyways, instead of heading straight to the event, we traveled to Western Cape to visit Cape Town proper. Apparently, Western Cape is a province, and Cape Town is like the capital city for that province. Nathan explained to us that just like Canada, they have provinces, nine to be exact, which is the equivalent of the states in America. Nathan said that Nelson Mandela had strong ties to Cape Town. His image has been immortalized in many statues and murals. It must be so inspiring to live in a city where the image of a great black man can be seen everywhere around you instead of being bombarded by figures of the Confederacy. These overtly racist emblems, by design, however triggering they may be, tell a story of their own. They remind us not to forget our place in the world and how it was paid for in blood. Cape Town is so naturally beautiful. As far as the eyes can see are stately mountain ranges. The most well known is Table Mountain. The land is flat in some areas, hilly in other parts, mostly rugged and undamaged. The prevailing colors are greens, light browns, and yellows. Some of my favorite colors. Cape Town is magnificent, something out of a folk tale. I wish we had stayed here instead, but apparently safety might be an issue here. How could somewhere this beautiful present a threat to anyone? I look around and all I see is peace and tranquility. Also, I really love the rich mix of modernity and indigenous artifacts, which coexist in Cape Town and its environs. By artifacts, I mean cottages and hut styled homes called rondavel. Rondavels are oval shaped homes with stone walls and a canopy made of luxurious dried grass, and each is uniquely decorated with various artwork, and each door has a different color. These homes are so colorful, they look like the offsprings of the rainbow. I never had the pleasure of visiting one of these homes, so I don't know what they look like on the inside, but on the outside, they are very quaint. They are as diverse as the people who occupy them. Some are quite stylish, many with bricks, while others are understated. Hopefully, before we leave here, I'll be able to spend the night in one of these classic homes. To complete the spectacular scene, there are numerous cascading waterfalls, differing sizes and variable force, freely flowing over rocks in places that you would never imagine springs and waterfalls would be. I was so tempted to taste the crystal clear water bubbling from the rocks like champagne, but Glow kept insisting that I might get Ebola, so I decided against it. I thoroughly enjoyed driving in the countryside, and let's face it, what's not to love? The fresh smell of soil after the rain and the flora and the fauna are forever etched in my memory. After being in South Africa for a month, I am starting to wonder how I'm ever going to adjust to life in New York after this. On top of all that distinctive charm and magnetism, there are many accessible and coastal beaches. Nathan promised to take us to the beach. I just hope he makes good on his promise before it's time to go, and definitely not when I have my period. For one, the nuisance of it all and the frustration I would face in having to tell him. Since we're already here for the weekend, we decided to make a trip of it. After all, when next will we be able to visit? We hiked up Table Mountain, so exhilarating, and the view was to die for. Visited Robben Island and the Two Oceans Aquarium. We even managed to get some wine tasting in. So much adventure, tucked away in paradise. By the time we got back to Pretoria, We were exhausted, but it was worth it.